Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and we talked NBA Finals or NBA playoffs. In the Eastern Conference, they start Saturday. Western Conference, basically, is it a two-man or a two-team race between Golden State? They've already locked up number one. San Antonio's locked up number two. Does Houston have a chance to sneak in there? Can Oklahoma City, with Russell Westbrook, bring an upset in one of the rounds? Any chance for anybody else?
I don't think there really is a great chance. I think it's really going to come down to these two teams. But I do think the Rockets and the Clippers and the Thunder, I think they do have a chance. I mean, obviously Rockets, James Harden.
Right.
Thunder with Russell Westbrook. I mean, they have the MVP guys. They could make a run, but to me, I mean, the Spurs and Golden State really are the two best teams in all of the NBA. So to me, it's going to come down to those two.
And it seems like a lot of people are saying Golden State, this team is actually better than last year's team.
Right.
They didn't set the record, but it was because some injuries,
Yep.
they rested players. Last year, they really went for that record, and you could see it in the NBA Finals where they were tired. Steph Curry was a little banged up.
Yep.
This year, they're saying, we want to get to the NBA Finals and win it. Let's be smart about that. I got to agree with you. I think it's Warriors and Spurs all the way.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, there were some injuries with Golden State, and the record, they didn't set the record for the record this year. But to me, really, Kevin Durant healthy, I mean, and the rest of the Golden State crew, all these guys you had last year, I think, to me, they're the favorites to win it all, too.
All right, quickly, before we get to our picks, we ask this almost every week, and now it's finally here. Who's the MVP? Is it Russell Westbrook? He's got a triple-double.
Yep.
He got his team without Kevin Durant in the playoffs. Is it James Harden, who's basically been an all-around point guard stud, who's almost to a triple-double, a couple rebounds short? Who you got in this race?
I think, to me, it's Russell Westbrook. I think the Thunder, you take away James Harden, you take away Russell Westbrook, I think the Thunder are definitely not as good of a team.
Right.
And so Russell has really led his team very well. I think the Rockets are more all around. They're a better team. So to me, I think James Harden said recently something like, doesn't this come down to wins? Doesn't it come down to winning for the MVP? But to me, Russell Westbrook, even though his team has less wins, he has really provided more wins out of a team.
Right, he's gotten more out of it.
Right, exactly.
And it's not so much just because he has a triple-double. I think that is good.
Right.
I don't think that's the deciding factor. It's because he doesn't have as much talent around him.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. Final night of the regular season is tonight, and then we'll see who the MVP is later. During the playoffs, they announce that award.
YCN Sports Talk Picks of the Week are brought to you by Salt Hill Pub, with locations in Lebanon, Hanover, Newport, and Newberry. Whether you're in the mood for a quick lunch, a great steak, their signature fish and chips, a fresh salad, or the best burger in town, Salt Hill Pub has you covered. And yes, everything on their lunch and dinner menu is available for takeout.
All right, here we are, the final night of the NBA regular season. We got a 5-pack of picks. Andrew will start it off in Boston. Bucks, Celtics. Celtics lost to the Bucks a couple weeks ago. Can they avenge that loss and get that number one seed?
I think they will at home. I think they're going to step up, and they really want that number one seed, so I'm going with the Celtics.
Yeah, I agree. I think they want that number one seed. It may not mean a ton, but Isaiah Thomas did say it means something to him, so I agree. I'm taking the Celtics as well. Over to Cleveland. Toronto and Cleveland. It's a preview of they're probably going to be in the first round playoffs, 2 and 3. Who you got here?
So I think we did hear that LeBron is resting tonight, but to me, I'm going with the Cavs. I think the Raptors are a very good team, but I think everybody else on the Cavs will step up and really try to lock up that number one seed, because if they win tonight, then they get the number one seed.
Yeah, and the Celtics lose, then they will. But you're right, on the Raptors-Cavs side, Cavs are resting some players. I don't know, the Raptors might be resting some players as well, because they can't move up or down, but I'm going to go with the Raptors. I think they get the win in Cleveland. Wizards and Heat, 2 more teams. Heat still fighting for a spot. Wizards, they're kind of wrapped up.
Yeah, I think the Heat, they're fighting for a spot. I'm sure they're going to come out and play well tonight, but I'm going with the Wizards. I think they're a better team. John Wall has really done a nice job leading them. So
yeah, they got a good team. Watch out for that team. That is a team that you don't want to face in the playoffs with John Wall, Bradley Beal, good guards. They can play. Heat fighting for a spot. I take them to win that one. Another team fighting for a spot, the Pacers, against the Hawks team, who may be mailing in. I don't know. Who you got on that one?
I'm going with the Hawks. I know the Pacers, again, they're fighting for a spot, but I think the Hawks with guys like Dwight Howard, I think they're a better team. So
yeah, I'm going to take the Pacers at home as they are fighting for that final playoff spot. There's 3 teams left for 2 spots. Spurs and Jazz. Probably just a nothing game. Spurs are probably resting guys.
Yeah, I think the Spurs will rest guys, and the Jazz are a good team, and I'm sure they won't be resting people, so I'm going with the Jazz.
I agree with you. I take the Jazz, final game of the night, and they get the win. Playoffs on Saturday.
Yep.
Don't forget, every Wednesday night, YCN Sports Talk premieres at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching.